Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel and welcome to day 56 of the 100-day project. Today's video is so laughably easy that will be done in no time at all. And the only ingredient, well, no, two things. What I've got here is a roll of drywall tape. So it's, I didn't measure it, just a hair over 2 inches wide. And it has, I don't know if you can see the shadow there, it has sort of a fold in it, or say a score line for a fold. So this is the stuff that contractors or home handymen use to cover the connections between sheets of drywall. And then, of course, there's a different kind of stuff that's more mesh-like that is used at the corners or in, I guess, just outside corners off where walls intersect. So I got this whole roll. In fact, I just took the sticker off a little earlier. I think I paid $2 or something for it at a garage sale or a thrift store a few years ago. I think that these things are readily, fairly common at thrift stores. And I thought it was high time I put it to some use. And the thing that got me thinking about this is a video I saw the other day. And I have to say, one of the downsides for me doing these, doing a video, daily video, is that it doesn't leave me much time for watching my favorite YouTube people, or the hundreds of channels I've subscribed to. Excuse me. So I saw Melanie, I believe, from the treasure, is it the treasure page? Treasure, oh my goodness. I think I might have gotten that wrong. Anyway, she was doing a video about creating, I don't even know what she called them. Basically creating wraparounds for journal pages. Now, I pre-cut a bunch of these at 8.5 inches. And then I thought, well, let's use this prototype journal here to demonstrate how it looks once it is complete. Now, I guess maybe a person could have made it, longer, and then be prepared to trim some off. Or accept the idea that it may not go top to bottom. Now, what I did a bunch, I covered a bunch ahead of time just to save a bit of time. So these were using digitals. I can't remember where I got them. These are mine. This was a gel plate. And I believe, yeah, I'm sure that this is one of the, I have a digital with these gel plate pages that would make, some great backgrounds. And I love this one because of the design and because of the color. It makes me think of, the color makes me think of sand and water. So basically, and this one is, I don't know if it's in a kit yet or not, but it's one that I scanned. This is an end paper from an ancient book of mine. Sort of a marbleized, excuse me, a marbleized effect. So I have others under my cutting mat. That's where I usually put things to flatten out. So I just kind of went through some of the papers that I had. Now, my printer is an Epson Eco Tank. What's the number? ET3760. And it does not print borderless. And this was a scrap that I had. So this one, of course, now I will trim to size. It doesn't take long at all for these to, I just use my Yoo-Hoo glue stick, and essentially I'm just trimming the excess off. And of course, in this case, I'll also have to trim this white strip off, because sometimes it just makes more sense to run it the short way on the paper and not end up with let me show you. And not end up with things like this, but yet I did kind of want to have them as long as possible for, for the average book page. This is another gel print and kind of a really pleasing soft pinkish color. So again, because these are so easy, and because who doesn't have strips of paper or scraps of paper, I just wanted to do a whole slug of them. And maybe I will, these that are, haven't been drying as long, I will, I won't fold them right this minute, because you can see that all I did was fold along the line and, crisp it up with the bone folder. This is also like a masterboard kit that I have, using some images from a French fashion book that I have. This one is a cross-stitch pattern, and it's also a digital of mine that, sort of it demonstrates, the handiwork that was so common, years and years ago. So again, I'm just randomly using whatever I have within reach. But if a person were doing this for a particular project, then naturally a person would, try to, have it coordinated in some fashion. Okay, so let's leave those there. I do have a few, not that you need to see how to glue, because goodness, we all learned that in grade 1 and 2 and 3. But, this, I had obviously fussy cut one of the cross-stitch poppies out. This came from Ukraine by a woman. Well, I mean, this lady came to me through my aunt, but she got it from her mother-in-law, and it is ancient, and it is it's hanging on a little piece of wall in my studio, and it's just a repetition of these cross-stitch poppies. So there's purple, red, blue, yellow, pink, orange, and then it starts again. So it is probably close to 5 feet long, and I absolutely love it. Anyway, I'm going to, what would be a good, see, this way I'd end up with all that white, so I should just bite the bullet and pick something about there. Now, what I've done is I always kind of find out which is the mountain side of this, not the valley, but the mountain, and use that. I put that's the side I'd spread the glue on, so that when the glue is dry and I'm about to fold it. Why do I have a glue sheet and then I'm getting glue all over there? When I'm about to fold it, then it kind of folds the right way. I mean, I'm not fighting the opposite. You know, when I do several videos in one day, there's no end to the I'm basically I can see through the paper. I'm basically just trying to pick, because this is, you know, not double-sided, but it will be visible from both sides of the paper, both sides of the sheet. You know, I want there to be something attractive on each side. So maybe I'll just quickly sort of rough cut around this and stick it under my cutting mats here. Whoops. Went crooked. So there is a fair bit of white there, but that, of course, could always be decorated further, because, of course, any of these things, you know, they're fine on their own, but, of course, they could be further embellished if a person wanted to. This is also another gel print that I've done, that I did, well, a long time ago, and I love it for the patchiness of it. And the, again, that same blue-brown combo. So, again, peak side up, glue. Let's dry so I can still use this. So, this would be another, these, big blob of glue. These would also be a great technique for reinforcing a weak paper. So in that journal of mine, let's see, which side do I grab? Which end do I like better? Maybe I'll just put it here. Sorry, you probably can't see anything. In that journal, I have some paper from a 1930s book. And it was, I'm sure it wasn't great quality paper to begin with, because it's really pretty weak looking. And of course, all these strips and pieces will continue to be used under the... I have a few more papers that I'd like to use. How are we doing for time? We must be in great shape. Oh yeah, I'll do these three that I've selected here. And of course, this is, I'm just, like I said, I'm just choosing things that I have near me. But it could be old magazine pages, because it would be a great way to, reinforce them. Many of them are really kind of in sad shape, strength-wise. It could also obviously work on, you know, not just digitals, but of course the original book pages of any kind of a book. I mean, atlas pages and maps and dictionaries, all of that would be great. Wallpaper. Oh, one thing I could have tried, but I didn't. I still have on my list to do something with napkins, because, of course, napkins are a beautiful resource They're affordable. They go a long way. They are so, they add, oh boy, I almost got, okay, I dodged a bullet there. They add color and design and a layer to whatever it is a person is working on. So I will have to make it my business to do a napkin video. I also like this. I've said it before, I'm not really a green person. However, I like which way am I going to do this? I guess there's less missing if I go this way. Okay, I'll put it at this end. So, yeah, I like the kind of the come and go of the design. It sort of invites the viewer to fill in the blanks, to you know, well, fill in the blanks, to see what is missing. I have a white strip there. Yes, so let's move in a bit. And, you know, really, could anything be quicker than this? Well, this one is, oh, I thought I had a short one here somewhere. I wonder what I did with it. Oh, here it is. Because, of course, you know, this is assuming that it's using an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in the signature. But if it's a mini journal or a smaller page journal, then obviously having something a bit shorter would also be good. And this is basically just sort of a masterboard I did with a variety of script. So let me use this. I've got two, so I also like this. This is one of mine as well. Or maybe this is a little funkier. Homemade stamps. I cut that out using an eraser, and I have a video early on in this series about how to carve your own stamps. These broken lines were done with corrugated cardboard, and it was done on a book page that was, I don't know, 130 years old or so. So maybe to avoid too much waste, I'll put it at this end. And, oh, and I'll do that one and then I'll stop. I should have turned this glue paper over. I wonder where all this debris is coming from. That's some kind of a fiber. Whoopsie. I guess I must have cut the white strip off already. This tape is really quite nice to work with. It just, you know, it's matte, so I think it's really accepting the glue very well.